Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We're excited to be able to bring you these lessons online. We have now made it to the fifth day of Positive Potential Remix. Hopefully, over the last four sessions, you've gotten a chance to learn some interesting things about yourselves and those around you. We're going to spend a few minutes reviewing what we discussed the last four sessions before we jump into our new material today. We talked about how to build a healthy relationship, and we talked about how that starts with friendship and then moves to dating and then engagement and then marriage. We said that the healthiest place to add sex was after marriage because if you don't, it can become a focus and can distract from building a solid relationship. We talked about the four essential characteristics of a healthy relationship, which is respect, trust, honesty, and good communication. We also talked about how to build a positive legacy, and legacy would be how you influence those around you, what you did to impact the world, and how you will be remembered. And it's important to focus on your legacy because if you focus on it, you are more likely to achieve or fulfill it. It helps you stay focused on your goals, and it will help you make those positive choices. I also just want to review real quick the five parts of the whole person. So there's physical, which is your body, your skin, your bones, your blood. Social, which is your relationships with other people. Spiritual, and that would be like your beliefs, your standards, your morals. There's the mental part, which is your ability to learn, think, and make decisions. And there's also emotional, which is your attitude, feelings, and emotions. We also talked about the NICE strategy. And if you guys remember, the N stands for no, the I stands for I statement, the C stands for change it up, and the E stands for exit strategy. If you all remember, during our last session, we left you with a charge challenging you to think about 5 characteristics or qualities that you desire in a future husband or wife. And we had you write them down, but maybe you could just reflect on those 5 characteristics for a second. Using those characteristics you wrote down as a guideline can help you make the right decision in what kind of person you desire to build a relationship with in the future.
By a virtual show of hands, how many of you have either been bullied yourself or have witnessed someone being bullied? What are some of the different types of bullying that people experience? Verbally, by name calling or teasing. Socially, by spreading rumors, breaking up friendships. Physically, by hitting, punching, shoving, etc. Cyberbullying, by using the internet, mobile phones, etc. Bullying is a widespread and serious problem that can happen to anyone. It isn't something that anyone should have to go through, nor should it be excused by the common statement, I was just messing around. Based on what you have seen, why do you think people bully? The answers are, they may think it's cool, they may feel powerful, they may have dealt with social rejection by their peers, they may be dealing with family issues. You all seem to have a fairly good understanding of what bullying is and why people bully. We have a quick game we want to play with you. The name of the game is True That or That's Whack. I'm going to read a few statements, and if you think it's true that or that's whack, just merely shout it out. Any questions? Let's begin. People who bully appear to have power over those they bully. Is it true that or that's whack? True that. People who bully others usually pick on those who have less social power or peer status. Psychological power meaning they know how to harm others, or physical power such as size and strength. Spreading rumors is a form of bullying. Is it true that or that's whack? True that. Spreading rumors, name-calling, excluding others, and embarrassing them are all forms of social bullying that can cause serious and lasting harm. People who bully are insecure and have low self-esteem. Is it true that, or that's whack? That's whack. Many people who bully are popular and have average or better than average self-esteem. They often take pride in their aggressive behavior and control over the people they bully. People who bully may be a part of a group that thinks bullying is okay. Some people who bully may also have poor social skills and experience anxiety or depression. For them, bullying can be a way to gain social status. Bullying usually occurs when there are no other students around. Is it true that, or that's whack? That's whack. Students see about 4 out of every 5 bullying incidents at school. In fact, when they witness bullying, they give the student who is bullying positive attention or even join in about 3/4 of the time. Although 9 out of 10 students say that there is bullying in their schools, adults rarely see bullying, even if they are looking for it. Bullying often resolves itself when you ignore it. Is it true that, or that's whack? That's whack. Bullying reflects an imbalance of power that happens again and again. Ignoring the bullying problem teaches students who bully that they can bully others without consequences. Adults and other students need to stand up for students who are bullied and to ensure that they are protected and safe. Reporting bullying will make the situation worse. Is it true that, or that's whack? That's whack. Research shows that students who report bullying to an adult are less likely to experience bullying in the future. Adults should encourage students to help keep their school safe and to tell an adult when they see bullying. Awesome job, guys. Our winner is everyone. The more information you have about bullying, the better equipped you become to know how to handle it if it is happening to you or if you witness bullying. So here are 4 quick tips if you are being bullied or if you see someone else being bullied. The first tip is speak up. Say something like stop it or stop being a bully. Secondly, walk away. Act like you don't care even if you really do. Third, tell an adult you trust. They may have ideas about what you can do. And fourth, stick together. Staying with the group might help. In closing, understand that bullying can cause serious and lasting harm to someone. It's important that you realize that in life there may be people or things that can get in the way or slow you down on your way to a positive future. Things like bullying, drugs, or even peer pressure can cause you to go down a different path than the one you originally intended.
How many of you have ever taken a road trip before? Has anyone ever been on a road trip that, you've taken a wrong turn or a detour or even gotten off course or arrived at a different destination? Well, sometimes in our attempt to reach our own goals, we can encounter some roadblocks that may take us off our path. Some people believe that once they've gotten off the right path, that they can't get back on track. But this doesn't have to be the case. We've had some teens even come up to us and say, I've made some mistakes. I've gotten off course of making healthy choices. Is it too late for me? Well, I'm here to tell you absolutely not. It is never too late to get back on track and to start making healthy choices. But it's up to you to determine if you want the best possible life for yourself. So, can there be consequences to unhealthy choices? Well, yes. In fact, there are some consequences that can last a lifetime. But the important thing to understand is that you can use those experiences to arm yourself with the information you need to accomplish your dreams and goals and teach others how to do it as well. With enough will and determination, you may surprise yourself by exceeding your own expectations. So I'm going to ask you guys, how many of you have ever made bad decisions? Well, I'm pretty sure that we've all made bad decisions that we weren't so proud of. But that doesn't have to change your desire to reach your goals and fulfill your dreams. Making choices we aren't proud of doesn't make us a failure. But it is important to think ahead when we make certain decisions. A positive question to ask yourself can be, how could this affect my life in both the short and long term? Because your life is like a jigsaw puzzle. Every little choice you make can determine what the bigger picture is going to look like. Think about Ashley's story. Ashley had obstacles she needed to overcome, and she overcame them while she continued to press towards her goals. Many of you already know what you want to do when you get out of school. You're probably aware that in order to achieve your goals, you will face some challenges head on. Doing so will make you stronger, wiser, and better equipped to handle the bigger obstacles that lie ahead. How you respond to the smaller challenges now will determine how you respond to greater challenges in your future.
The choices that we make are not always made with our future goals in mind. Sometimes we don't even look at our lives as a whole or even comprehend how one decision can affect our lives 5, 10, 20, even 50 years down the road. For the next few minutes, I want us to look into the future and put our lives into perspective. This tape measure is going to represent your life. Each inch will represent 1 year of your life. The average 8th grader is around 13 years old. I'm going to hold this end at the 0-inch mark, which represents birth, and the 13-inch mark, which would represent your present age. Now let's talk about the first 13 years of your life. What have you accomplished or learned to do by age 13? By age 13, you've already accomplished a lot in your lifetime. You've learned some basic skills and maybe even started thinking about your future. Let's look ahead to the future a little. Imagine you are now 18 years old. I'm going to hold the tape at the 18-inch mark. What are some things that you will have accomplished by 18 or some goals you have between now and the age of 18? We've looked at what you would have accomplished by age 13 and what you hope to accomplish by age 18. So let's go a little further into the future. Let's look at another significant age. Age 26 is the average age at which most Americans get married. According to statistics, close to 90% of high school students say they want to get married at some point in their lives. What are some goals that you would like to achieve by age 26 or prior to getting married? Now let's look all the way down the road. The average lifespan for Americans is 78 years old. Most of you are around 13 or 14 already, so those years are gone. Which is a longer time frame? 13 to 25 years or 26 to 78 years? Exactly. 26 to 78 years is longer. Sometimes it's difficult to plan or dream this far down the road. We often make decisions that we think will only affect us right now. Isn't it interesting that for the most part, the decisions you're making now during the 13 to 18 years are often the decisions that will have the most impact on the direction of your life? When you consider the entire lifetime between now and 26, it's actually fairly short. It's a great time to concentrate on your goals and your dreams. Do you think that the choices and decisions you make now at age 13 will affect your life at age 26 or even further down the road? What types of choices could negatively affect your future? Some of you may have goals or things that you would like to accomplish in the next 10 years. Over the next few days, I want you to take some time to think about some things you could do at this point in your life to help prepare you for a successful future. A few sessions ago, you wrote down 3 things you could start doing now to have a successful future. Now that you have a glimpse of your timeline, you may have realized that there are a few more things that you could add to your list. One of the most important decisions you can make as a teenager is to avoid risky behaviors that can negatively affect your future and surround yourself with positive influences, people that will help you become a better person and reach your future goals. Some teens have yet to set goals for themselves. The good news is you have plenty of time to do that. Each of you has a specific purpose and passion. Sometimes it's difficult to recognize our purpose because of how we view ourselves. At the beginning of our program, we talked about how each one of you has value and has something great to leave behind when you're gone. Hopefully during these sessions you realize this and can begin taking steps toward fulfilling your legacy.
Hey guys, it's Miss Sabrina. Before we wrap up our session with you, we have one last thing that we want to do. On your screen, you'll see a crisp $20 bill. Now, I want you guys to imagine me folding up the $20 bill as many times as I can. As you're imagining this, I want you to think about what can you actually buy with $20? You can buy clothes, you can buy video games, you can even buy candy. Now, since I folded up the $20 bill, on your screen, you're going to see a very creased $20 bill. How much is the $20 worth now? Did the bill just become $10 because I folded it up? No, the bill is still worth $20. The value didn't decrease just because I folded it up and creased it. Now, I want you guys to imagine that I'm crumpling up the $20 bill and throwing it on the ground and stomping on it. How much is it worth now? Did the $20 bill just become $5 because of what it looks like now? What if I took the crumpled up, trampled on $20 bill and ripped it in half? If I taped it back together, would it still be worth $20? Of course it would. You guys might be wondering, what's your point? The point is that no matter what you do to this $20 bill, anything short of burning it up or shredding it into 1,000 pieces, it's still going to be worth $20. Like this $20 bill, you may find yourself feeling emotionally crushed, trampled on, and cut down. You may have been hurt, wronged, beat up, made fun of, and mistreated, which can leave behind a trail of pain and a sense of low self-esteem. But I'm here to tell you that no matter what people have said about you, no matter what people have done in your life, you are still valuable. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your ethnicity is, what color you are, what you look like on the outside, how many mistakes you've made, or what people have said about you. I am here to tell you that regardless of all that, you are still valuable. I want you guys to repeat after me. Say, I am valuable. Sometimes it can be difficult to see your own value because of your past mistakes. But today, you can decide whether or not you will stay in that mindset. The way you see yourself can determine the person that you will become. If you can picture yourself as someone who can achieve great things, then your actions will follow. This is not always easy to do. It requires time and patience. Once you are able to see the value you have as a person, you can move toward accomplishing those goals you've set for yourself. Remember, regardless of how you see yourself now, the important thing to take away from this is that you are valuable. During the teen years, we can often get hung up on how we look. We may feel we are too tall, too short, too fat, or too skinny. TV, movies, and music videos often promote outer qualities like great looks and beautiful bodies as more important than inner qualities. Regardless of the limitations people try to put on us, we can accomplish the goals we set if we remain focused and determined to make it happen. When we accept our outer imperfections, something that we all have, and focus on developing our inner qualities, a very interesting thing often happens. Others will become attracted to us for our real selves, including our character and our value. This is a much better way to attract friends because true friends will care about who you are and not what you look like, how you dress, or how popular you are. How many of you guys want friends like that? I know I do. The valuable qualities that you and I think are important for a friend to have are the same character qualities that we can develop ourselves. Others are looking for these qualities in you. Remember, just as we demonstrated with the $20 bill, you have value regardless of what's happened to you in the past. We also recognize the importance of going beyond our physical looks and recognizing the value inside each person. This is a sign of respect to you and others when you value and protect yourself. Beautiful people develop their character and share it with the world. We all have a part to play on this planet, and we can work together to make it a better place to live.
Day 5, Final Transition in Charge. Looking back over the last few days, you may have discovered something about yourself that you never knew before. Maybe you've never seen yourself as a person who can accomplish great things, but now you can see that there is a bright future ahead of you. You've looked at yourself as a whole person and asked, how can unhealthy decisions affect me? You've taken a look at your influences and those you surround yourself with, and maybe you've decided that some of the people you hang out with may or may not be people that can help you reach your goals. You heard from your peers, and you've even had a chance to set some goals and see where your life could be like 5, 10, or even 15 years down the road. Who has started to think about what you want to achieve? Who was able to come up with some unique ways to get out of peer pressure and difficult situations? Who has a better understanding of how the decisions you make can affect your future? We discussed the foundations for healthy relationships and the importance of balance in our lives. No one but you can determine your destiny or your final outcome. The question is, will you be willing to take the challenge to do what's necessary to accomplish your goals and live up to the expectations of your dreams? We only get one life, and how we choose to live it is dependent on what we allow or don't allow. It's important that you don't let circumstances, failures, or people stop you from doing what it is that you want to accomplish. It's been said that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Remember, character counts. Your character is the person that you are when no one is looking. So who are you? Have you discovered who you are and what your greatest achievements could be? Have you discovered the key to unlocking your potential? It's up to you. As we come to the conclusion of session 5, we've given you a lot of information regarding bullying, understanding your value, and setting major goals for your life. We share this information with you so that you can be empowered to make a decision for yourself and not let anything hold you back from building your legacy. Being aware and having the knowledge to recognize this can prepare you in advance so that you can accomplish your goals. It may be a good idea to list out those goals, as well as the challenges and fears that may arise as you take steps towards reaching your goals. Your charge for tonight is to list 5 major life goals that you want to achieve in the next stages of your life, which we define as ages 14 to 26. For example, a major life goal may be to graduate high school, attend a trade school, get married, buy a house, or have children. Sometime before our next session, take a few minutes and write down your responses on page 17 of your workbook next to where it says Charge 5. These goals are specific to your life and what you would like to accomplish between now and age 26. We encourage you to talk over your goals and obstacles with a parent or trusted adult. In our next session, we'll give some of you the opportunity to share a few of your goals. Thank you all for being a wonderful class. See you soon. Have a great day.